Hello, what's up? This is David Vercotteren with Maury Says What? Maury actually is, it means to take pause, to think about others, to be creative. So just to let you know, Maury Says What? Anyway, my name is David Vercotteren, and we're going to talk about what life was kind of like before 86. I don't know if you saw my first video, you got to check it out. We're going to talk about some of the things that before technology, right? So one of the things I want to talk about is that ignorance back in the day was bliss, and I mean it. We were so blissful and oblivious to a lot of things that we just kind of lived our lives, right? We didn't have all the information. We didn't have a reason to make all these judgments or know that there were all these bad guys out there. We just kind of they were always there. It's just we didn't know. So ignorance was bliss back then, which means that we could actually look at our neighbors a little bit different, right? Back then, we just kind of like, why not be friends with our neighbors? Why not be cool with them? So we knew all of our neighbors, and that's just kind of the way I remember things. I knew all my neighbors. They were all just cool. So it created a safe environment for everybody. Where today, I know my neighbors here because I decided I wanted to be there. But there's just how many people know their neighbors these days or really know what they're about. And we live in such a cynical world that sometimes people are just like, they could be this way, they could be that way, and make judgment calls on people that we really don't even really know. So there's just so much out there. But anyway, I want to go back to some of a topic about the way we valued things. Things were valued so differently, and I want to use some examples like a mixtape. A mixtape took time to make, put songs together for someone, right? So if I was going to make a friend a mixtape of, let's say it's metal, I got Ozzy, I got all this stuff, they knew that when they got that mixtape, it meant something. It meant it took time to make this thing, right? Or let's use taking photographs for an instance. Like if we took photographs, you knew that it was a one-time deal and that you're going to have to take it to the photo mat. And then you got this picture. When you got this picture, man, you were just hoping it was going to be good. And when it was good, man, you had to put it in an album, man. We had albums, and now it's definitely, let's put it on a thumb drive. I got a playlist. Let's just, you don't even push a button. You just touch a screen and it goes. So there's definitely a different value in the way we saw things back then versus the way we see them now. And then there was also time for we're going to get more into the talking about what happened as far as we got into we were struggling with time, and we got TV dinners and then TV trays, and then we got away from the dining room table, and we'll talk about that another time. But that's where those talks actually started to go away, and the boob tube of watching our favorite shows and eating stuff that wasn't all that great for us really started to take a turn to eating some of the foods and things that we were just accustomed to, right? We're just accustomed to eating all the junk that we eat. So that was very normal for us. But I don't have much time, but I also want to touch really quick on the way we were in the 80s. I would say that we were extroverts, which means that we saw everything for what we're in the world together, where technology kind of came along and made us, between us and the screen, it made us introverts, right? It made us think only in our own worlds. And that's really where I saw the biggest change in our society. Was people were starting to be more selfish, right? And they were starting to not listen to other people, and computers kind of changed that. So there's more introverted people than there were before. There used to be a lot of extroverted people, and there's just a lot more things out there that people are more cynical about, where they were oblivious before, and it was just kind of a very more easygoing and easier to live. But my name is David Vercotteren, and my 5 minutes are up already. take pause for yourself and each other, and have a great night. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you again.